Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the series. Today, we're going to take a look at a very useful tool for debugging your Python codes. That's the breakpoint built-in function. So stick around, and I'm going to show you how to do this with real-life examples. So let's get started. All right, so breakpoint was introduced in Python 3.7, and it actually allows Python developers to pause their programs at a specific point so that they can inspect what is happening in their code. So instead of having multiple print statements, you can use the breakpoint to stop the execution and look at your code. So let's take a look at how to use it. For this, I'm just going to define a function. So here, I'm just going to define a function. So say def, and I'm going to call it calculate. Calculate underscore sum, and it's actually going to calculate a list of numbers that is being passed to it as an argument. So I'm going to pass numbers here. From there, since it's actually going to do the calculation, it's going to sum up these numbers. I'm going to define a total variable here, and I'm going to pass it to the sum built-in function, and we're going to pass the numbers to it like so. All right, from here, we're going to return our total variable like this. So here, I'm just going to define a client application. So here, let's just say this is the client application that is going to use our function. So there's a client application. All right, so before we call our function, we first of all need to define our numbers. That is the variable we are going to pass, the argument you're going to pass to it. So it's actually going to be a list of numbers. So here I could throw in a bunch of numbers. All right, so these are the numbers I have passed to it. Let me make this correction real quick. All right, so everything is okay now. So now we call our function, which is calculate underscore sum, and it's actually expecting a list of numbers. So we pass these numbers to it. So we pass numbers to it. All right, so here we can just print it out. So we're going to use a print function here. So we say print, and we print numbers out like so. All right, so let's run it and see. All right, we get 29 here as the sum of these numbers. Suppose we want to debug our code to see if there are errors. Before the release of Python 3.7, this was how to do it. So first of all, you will need to import, and you're going to import pdb. And once we've imported pdb, we just say pdb dot set trace like so. And with this, we can now enter into our debug mode. That our application is going to pause at this point so that we can inspect it. So let's do that real quick. I run it here, and now we are in pdb. We are in the debugging mode where we can run a list of commands. But since I'm using Python 3.12, we can just comment this thing out, and then you're going to simply say breakpoint like so. In fact, this breakpoint actually does the same thing as this, with the exception that with regards to the breakpoint, you don't need to import pdb before you call this function. This is just one line. This function is actually going to do the same thing. Okay, so I'm gonna run it. Okay, so we are now in debugging mode. So here, the first thing to do is to look at a list of commands that the debugging mode gives us. So first, I'm going to type help like this, or simply H, and it's going to give us the list of commands. So here we have A for arguments, and we have H for help, or you can, so most of these commands you can type in the first letter, or you can type it as a whole. So A, let's try A and see. So A is going to give us the argument that is passed to the function. So A, and it gives us the arguments as numbers, and it's a list of numbers like so. So let me go back to our code like this, and we are going to see that here in the client side, we actually specified, we defined a variable called numbers, and this is what the numbers contains. So that is what we have seen in the debugger mode. We can also print our variables. Like we can just call total like this, and it gives us the sum of the total. I mean, the function is returning 29 after it has summed everything. We can use p to print it. So you can use p and then total, and it's also going to give us the same thing. From there, we can also talk about list. So list is also a function in the debugger mode. So you can call list like this, and it's going to list our entire source code. So like I told you, you can also use L simply like that, and it's going to give us entire source code. One advantage is that it also gives us where we are, shows us where we are in the debugger mode. So it says that we call the breakpoint here. This is where our application has paused. So we are now on this line. So what we can do right after this is to use W or where, but simply use W. It's going to give us where we are in our stack trace. So when I do this, it's also pointing to return, much like how the list showed us our source code and actually pointed to where we were. The same thing, this one is only pointing to where we are in our stack trace. From where we can also use continue. So continue, we can use the continue to continue till we find the next breakpoint. So let's use C, and it's just gonna continue to the next part where we are printing. So now when I do list, actually we are even out of the debugging mode because the last part of our application was actually printing this thing out. But when we use continue and there wasn't any breakpoints, we actually got to the end of our application. So now we are back to our PowerShell. All right, so let me run the application one more time. And we can also use nest. So what nest is actually going to do is to execute our application line by line, one after the other. So let's use nest or n, and it's gonna execute to this line. That is where we have the return total, and then we use nest again, and it jumps, it executes to the print sum. So when you go back to the application, first we were at this point, the return, and then we run next again and it executed this part. So when I do next again, it's gonna break out of the debugger mode because we have come to the end of the file. All right, so let me clear out the screen and then execute the application one more time. Sorry about that. Execute it again. Okay, we are back to the debugger mode. So one thing we can also do is to use S or step. Either way is fine. So what step essentially does is it stepped into the next function. So it's going to go through the functions by function. So let's do S again. And now we are in this function where it's printing this function. When we do S again, we have now exhausted all the functions in our file, and now we are back to the PowerShell again. All right, so I want to show you one more thing. So as we are in the debugger mode and we want to come out of that, what we could do is use kill, and kill is to quit the debugger mode. So I can type this and we are now back to PowerShell. So I can clear my screen like this. And there you have it, guys. Using Breakpoint makes debugging so much easier and faster. You can step through your code, inspect your variables, and even modify them on the fly. So give it a try in your next project and see how it makes your life easy. If you find this tutorial very helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more coding tips and tutorials. Thanks for watching and happy coding.